guys, welcome to I'm Kovic.
And I'm Bruce Greene.
And guys, times are hard out there.
They really are.
Yeah, everyone's waiting game lines with all the other Dust Bowl farmers, scraping together pennies just to buy the tiniest scrap of a game.
No, they're not doing that.
Now, your family can't survive on that. It's tough.
Luckily, those wily Brazilians have your back. According to Brazilian gaming website UOL Jugos, I'm not really sure. Gaming retailers in Sao Paulo, Brazil are offering to copy games onto your PS4.
Yeah, and thanks to Google Translate, we can tell you all about it. 70% of it might be correct.
Go ahead.
Anyway, the process sounds pretty painless, actually. You take in your PS4, drop 400 Brazilian real, that's $130 basically, US for us. You let them work their ancient Brazilian magic.
It's not ancient, it's brand new.
Oh yeah, and boom, you have a PS4 with 10 games preloaded on it.
Jeez.
This doesn't actually modify the hardware of your PS4 either.
Lawrence, do we know those games that they put on there?
Yeah, well, they mentioned some specifically. They said Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Mortal Kombat X, FIFA Drive Club, basically anything. It's pretty cool shit.
That's really cool. So how does it work?
So they did it though. They hacked the PS4.
Yeah, they hacked the PS4 and with no hardware modifications, it sounds like. Magic. So how does it work, Lawrence?
Yeah, so the no hardware thing is actually pretty important because every hack basically up until the PS3 required you to solder in like actual chips into the main board of your console to bypass checks. This one doesn't do that.
Yeah.
And since we're not in Sao Paulo, we can't tell you exactly how it works, but you know, through the haze of Google Translate, we can relate some of the details. UOL Jugos reported that they reported that they took in the PS4, the shop would open up the PS4, connect some kind of chip or main board to it, plug in a laptop to that, basically clone over a PS4, so all the BIOS, all the hard drive image and stuff like that. They move all that over, disconnect the chip, close up the PS4 and give it back to you.
Sounds legal!
Oh, totally.
I'm not sure. The process is actually very thorough, though. Reportedly, you can log in with your own profile, play online, access the game in every single way.
Yeah, the only side effect is that the process creates a few extra user accounts on your system.
That's
Not a big deal. Who cares? So running theory suggests that this exploits the PS4's account sharing feature.
Oh, right. Yeah, normally the PS4 limits the number of consoles that can share accounts to only 2.
Okay.
It is possible that the hackers found a way to remove online checks from a specific account.
Since the games are purchased under that account, all these shops have to do is copy that account to your system, and wham, your PS4 is now cleared to access all those games, regardless of the profile doing it.
You're probably asking yourself, what country is good enough to pull off this sort of math? Have something basically of this magnitude?
It's not Brazil. It can't be Brazil, right?
Wait, no, is it not Brazil? They're good at soccer. I know that.
They're good at being really hot, and like they have nice asses over there too.
We're very close-minded here in our country.
So you guys should have guessed it. Who is it, Lawrence?
It's Russia!
Russia's really good at that stuff, man.
I don't know.
They are really good at it.
So again, according to UOL Jugos, stores in Brazil are implementing a technique discovered in Russia. And we're not sure exactly what that is, but when one of their reporters asked the stores if they could speak Russian, they responded with, no, but we do have website translation. Which means the internet is great because not only are we reading about them through Google Translate, but they were reading a Russian website through Google Translate to figure out how to hack open a PS4.
Wasn't that long ago we had a sci-fi book that you put a fish in your ear so you can understand other people?
Circle of life!
So will you be able to take your PS4 to Walmart tomorrow and get a crap load of free games?
Hell no!
Oh, okay.
Not happening. Sony's already sending cease and desist notices to shady retailers in Brazil.
Is that gonna work?
They're gonna stomp it out here in America if anyone even tries to do that. This actually happened a long time ago, remember?
Yeah.
There was a local shop that would do mod chips for the old Xbox, the very first one.
Yeah.
Oh, you better believe the SWAT team came in and stopped that shit.
So all this action, as near as we can tell thanks to some Google Translate fuzz, is related to people selling PS4 accounts on eBay and ill-gotten PSN cards.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like Sony is acting on this specific hack just yet, but this news broke today.
Right.
So odds are that it will take a while.
Still, the news is solid enough that we can say the PS4 has indeed been hacked.
Right, so even if Sony finds a way to fix the account sharing loophole, this technique appears to exploit.
Right.
It still exists in the most current version of the PS4's hardware.
Yep.
They'll probably do a bunch of firmware updates. This is very similar, kind of what it sounds like happened to the PS3. Once they found it, they basically just patch it, keep patching it, and they keep hacking it.
Right, yeah, so finally we can play Knack the way God intended.
What is
About
that?
time!
By not playing
Hacked
it?
on a PS4, yeah, for free.
No, you just don't play it.
Lawrence, how long do you think it'll take Sony to respond to this?
I don't think it'll take them long at all. Once somebody finds the exploit and publishes information about it on the internet, Sony can see that too. So they see, oh, that's exactly where it's broken. Let's go in and fix that. The problem is they push that out in a later version of the firmware. You can just disconnect your PS4 from the internet and have a little pirate machine there for all time. If that exploit exists now, you can just keep your PS4 there and it will exist for the rest of time.
Well, like I said, I remember this was something that happened exactly with the PS3. What they would end up doing, Sony, where they would implement basically every game would have to have an update. So I believe it was Uncharted 2 or 3, forced an update. And if it didn't have that update, you actually couldn't play the game, even if you were offline. So that's probably what they'll start doing with this, especially with a lot of games just being downloadable now. They could easily stop people from just basically putting newer games on their console.
I have a really dangerous question for you, Lawrence. Are the instructions out there on the internet right now for someone else to do this?
I'm sure they are. You can't take things off the internet. And if you are good at Google Translate and maybe you can have a Russian layout for your keyboard, I'm sure you at home will be able to figure this out as well. The only question mark is what hardware these retailers are using. Some people suggested it's just a Raspberry Pi. And maybe that.
Wow. So there you go, Joel. You can hack your PS4.
I'm real smart that way.
Use your Ouya.
Yeah, you can just hack your Ouya use your Ouya to hack your PS4.
I took my Ouya apart for an art project.
Uh-oh.
Please like and subscribe for more Ouya news from Joel.
Don't subscribe for Ouya, please.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, don't.
We report on things people care about.
Yeah, like consoles getting hacked, not the Ouya.
Brazilian butts.
Ooh.